Today, I'm showing you how to get filthy on the Madden 22 Next Gen sticks. Today, we're breaking down run techniques to make you a better runner so you can ultimately master the run. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, baby, so here we are in practice mode. I got my man Dalvin Cook. He got the star lit up underneath him, and we're going to break down those ball carrier moves, all right? So look, a lot of you guys are coming over from current gen just like I did, and it feels a lot different. Now, there's been some videos to show us that it's about the same speed, but still, it does feel a little bit different. I don't know if it's the frames per second or what, but undeniably, the movement is different on next gen. So I'm going to walk you guys through how to do some of the things we did last year and mixing some of the stuff that we did this year or that we're doing this year. All right. So first, you know how we guys start off. We start off at the numbers. All right. So I'm going to show you what we used to do last year. Last year, we'd run to the numbers and we would try to stop and go. Now you're seeing that this year is completely basically turning us almost all the way around. I'm going to bring the controller up here, and basically what we were doing last year is we would run with full speed and we would let go of speed, hit R1, hit that back button like this. So what it used to look like was something like this for our stop and go. We would go full speed and it would look something a little like that. That's how we basically did our stop and goes last year. It was basically just a combination of cover ball and pressing back. And that would be our stop and go. We're not doing that this year. If you do that this year, you're definitely going to turn yourself around and you're not going to be happy about the results. I'll show you what it looks like. Again, it looks a little something like this. It's not as consistent and it's also not as fast. We got to be a lot faster this year, and just doing it that way is just not the same. Every now and then, it's just not as consistent. So what I'm going to show you is a lot better way to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to just completely let go of everything. So we're going to stop and go like this now, and you'll see that we get that slight hesitation like that, and we don't lose that speed, we don't lose that momentum, and we can get right back into our run. That little hesitation right there is all you really need to get somebody to miss you. So what you're going to do is just come practice this real quick. Get to the numbers, let go of everything, and see if you can just get your guy to kind of slow down and then speed up. Now, there is a little bit of rhythm that you want to have here. If you wait too long, you're going to lose momentum and you're going to start having to get those really choppy steps. So what you're going to do, again, is really, really fast. Get your rhythm. Come to these numbers. Every 10 yards, you're going to try to stop and go. You want to get that nice stop and go. Stop and go just like that. Stop and go just like that. And you're good to go. Let's talk about spin moves. So there's a spin move that you can only do when you are actually at full speed and you have a good stamina on your stamina bar, okay? I'm going to show you that spin right now. It is the spin fake move or the spin reverse. The only way that you can do this spin reverse is by double tapping and having enough stamina in your bar to perform that actual move. I've been getting about 2 spin reverses per full stamina bar. I don't know when I would actually bring this one out, but what you're going to basically do is you can do it full speed and you can do it without full speed. So just like that, that's the quicker one. You'll see I can't do it anymore. But all you're doing is tapping halfway through your spin. You're going to tap again. So what it looks like, I'm going to bring up that controller for us. Is you're basically at the full speed one. You're going to have full speed in your whatever direction you want to go in. You're going to move this around and you're going to tap, tap again. That's all you're doing. Tap, tap again. You don't have to let go of speed, let go of your motion or anything like that. Just tap, tap again. That's how you're going to do the full speed one. And then the half speed one, you just kind of tap, 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 tap. You got to get into that rhythm of tapping, tapping like that. That performs that double spin move that you're seeing me do here on screen. Let me bring the controller away. So again, full speed, we'll tap, tap right about halfway through your spin. You tap, tap again. So basically when you can see your running backs, basically the front of his jersey, you're going to go ahead, tap that button again, and you'll spin in the reverse way. Now, since we're on spin moves, all right, this has kind of been one of my favorites. Figuring out how the different spins work in the game. The game has a lot of different spin moves. So I want to show you the 2 heavy ones. So this is the heavy spin like this. You see he puts his whole foot in the ground and he spins out. That's really good for defenders coming down here at an angle and you're running like this and you want to spin back inside and cut this way, or you want to spin back inside and cut that way, right? So what you're going to do is basically you want to practice doing this by getting to that hash. As soon as you get to that hash, you want to spin back to the opposite way. Now, this spin move is only performed when you have speed. So I'm going to run to the numbers. I'm going to spin, try to get back upfield like this. Spin again, try to get back upfield. I went a little too far that time. Spin, get back upfield. About every 10 yards again, you want to get back upfield. And you want to kind of make sure you're staying vertical. You don't want to go too flat with this one. You want to try to make sure you're staying vertical. Practice that. I don't use that one that often. I have seen a lot of pros use it. It's really good in open field when you have that defender coming at an angle and you can just spin on them like that. And then you get back over this way, spin on them, get back over this way. Again, this takes a lot of stamina. So your guy's probably going to slow down. Spins probably start getting a little sloppy there. But it's really good in that open field where you're hitting that sideline, that defender's coming at that angle, and you want to break that angle. So the second spin that I'm going to show you is the speed spin. And this has two different variations. And it's weird because it depends on which hand the ball is in. So you have to be mindful of which hand your running back has the ball in. So the first, we're going to show you it the fast way. So you'll see here, the ball is in my right hand, and I spin out here really quick, going to the right, spin out really quick. It's a really fast spin going to the right. Now I'm doing this without holding speed. So what it looks like if we bring up the controller is I'm just going like this and tapping, just like this and tapping whenever I'm ready. So if I'm in the open field and I'm running quick, when I'm ready to perform the fast spin, I let go speed, tap, boom, let go speed, tap. And this is going to make sure my guy is spinning to the right because I have my left stick over to the right side. So again, I'm going to press up, tap, press up, tap like that. Let go of that speed. That performs the fast spin, okay? Whenever you're actually holding the speed button, it performs a heavier version of the non-speed version. So if you have like a juke, it's like a heavy juke versus like a really quick shuffle or sidestep. So now let me show you what I mean by two different variations, even though we have the same exact move, okay? So remember, I said it depends on which hand that ball is in. It's going to depend on how fast your spin is. So you'll see here, my spin to the right is extremely quick. But if I try to spin back to the left, you see how it's a little different. Spinning in an opposite way of the ball. So I'm spinning to the left, but the ball is in the right. So now if I spin to the left and the ball is in the left, it should be faster. You'll see it's a lot faster because the ball is in his left hand. If the ball is in the opposite hand of the way that you're trying to spin, your spin move is going to be it's going to be slower. It's just how it is. So if I wanted to spin to the left, I'm going to switch hands, boom, spin to the left, boom, spin to the left. If I want to spin to the right, boom, switch hands, spin to the right. It's a lot faster. That is one of the biggest tips I can give you guys, because if you're trying to figure out why your spin move isn't as quick, even though you're doing a quick spin, it's because the ball is in the wrong hand forehead. Switch it over, you'll get a faster spin. Next up, let's talk about zigzags. Zigzags are a really good way to weave your way in and out of offensive linemen or down the field or around blocks. There are a lot of different ways to do this. I'm going to show you my two favorite. The first one is when you actually let go of both speed and the direction of the stick and go the opposite direction. So I'm going to show you what it looks like on the field first, and I'm going to bring up the controller to show you guys what I'm doing. So here we're just going to run to the numbers. I'm going to let go of my speed, and you're going to get a little jump cut. So not only am I letting go of speed, but I'm also switching the hand the ball is in because I'll get a faster move as we saw earlier. So here we go. I'm going to go to hash, and I'm just going to switch. I'm going to jump cut. This is a really good skill to have, especially now when people are shooting gaps. If you can get back to a hole that they're not expecting you to get to extremely quick, like we just did right there, you can get mad yards in the run game. And it's a really good skill to have. In open field, I don't use it as much, but behind the line of scrimmage, it's extremely viable, especially if a hole opens up and somebody's over pursuing, right? So we'll just hit this like this, boom, we can get back and cut over here. Boom, the offensive lineman doesn't go anywhere, but you see what I'm kind of talking about, all right? So let me show you what that looks like on the actual sticks now for this particular jump cut. First things first, I normally hold speed in the direction I'm going in, especially when I'm open field, especially when I have the ball, right? We're on that speed. But in order to do this, we need to let go of everything and then change the hand that the ball is in. We already saw on spins that the spins are a lot faster when the ball is in the hand in which we're making the move to. So we're going to go ahead as soon as we let go of speed and direction, we're going to change hands really quick. So it's just a real nice tap of R1. And then we're going to go back again to the opposite direction. So it looks a little something like this. It's literally that quick. So you're going to come from here to there, here to there. And that's how you perform that move. That's all I'm doing on these jump cuts. Is going to be a really good option behind the line of scrimmage when you're trying to get to an opposite gap, which you're supposed to run to. So let's talk about the next movement. And this is more of, I like to say, a weave. This is really good when you're at that second level and you're offensive linemen are on the linebackers and you're trying to hit that hole, but you need to slightly get around them without hitting them. This is basically just a nice weave. And what you're going to do here, you're going to start on the numbers and you want to kind of weave in and around these numbers here to kind of really get you used to the direction of what you have to do to get in and out of those really tight gaps. This is just a really good skill to have, and I would say definitely practice it, because what you don't want to do is do stuff like this. When you see how that guy keeps putting his foot in the ground, this is signifying that you're changing directions way too hard and you're losing speed and momentum as you're getting around those numbers. You want it to be nice and smooth. The harder the angle needs to be, the smoother the transition to that angle has to be. Now, when you're running these, right, it gets tighter when you let go of speed. So this is like full speed. You see that I'm kind of turning in the middle here. And you can make it a lot tighter if you slightly let go of speed and press speed again as you're coming into your actual turn. It's almost like driving a car. You're going to slow down coming to the curve and accelerate through, right? So if I'm coming here, I let go of speed and I can get a little bit tighter on that curve. You see how I get that nice lean on them? That's me letting go of speed and then accelerating through that turn, right? So knowing when to let go, when to press, and how to set up your blocks, good technique to have. Last technique I'm going to show you is the actual juke move. I don't use this that often. This juke move, you have two different types of jukes. You have the heavy juke is when you're pressing speed. So you'll see a little heavy juke like that. This is just pressing speed. Now this one is pretty self-explanatory. Press speed, press over on your right stick, and then you're good to go, right? Now the other version of that again is actually the non-heavy version, which is just a really quick shuffle. It looks just like this. So let's get to the numbers. Really quick shuffle. That's no speed. So this is me not pressing speed. This is me pressing speed. You see he puts his foot in the ground a lot heavier than that. That's a lot quicker. This one is really good when you're trying to get through that hole and you're trying to get skinny and you're trying to get vertical right after that. That heavy juke is really good in open field when you have somebody coming and you want to juke back inside of them, right? So if I want to come through here and I want to get real skinny, boom, I'm probably going to use that quick juke, versus if I'm out in the open field, somebody's coming, I'm probably going to use the heavy juke and come back sideways. Quick juke again is like that. Heavy juke, boom, better for open field. That is it, guys. That is how we master the run. Those are the new mechanics that we're using inside of Madden 22 on next gen. Some of them have transferred over from current gen, but we'll see if we can come up with some more in the future. If this has been helpful to you guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below. Let me know I'm your favorite YouTuber. Other than that, we out of here, man. Peace.